Hello students, welcome to Target IES. Let us start the very fresh subject design of steel structures. बहुत मजा आने वाला है and this is one of the smallest subjects of our civil engineering. बहुत छोटा है, right? So one of the easiest subject also, no need to worry. Actually when students join Target IES, right, I give them a slip. Online form रहता है in which they have to fill all the details like their name, where they belong to, what are the various exams they are writing, what are their strong subjects and weak subjects. In weak subject column generally they will be writing 3 subjects 4 subjects like that, but one subject is common. In more than 90% of the cases that subject is steel structures. 90% से ज़्यादा बच्चे स्टील को मुश्किल समझते हैं, बट बिलीव मी आफ्टर वॉचिंग दिस मॉड्यूल्स ज़्यादा नहीं रहेंगे. इट इज़ अ वेरी स्मॉल सब्जेक्ट. लेट मी शो यू द सिलेबस. इट हैज़ ओनली लाइक 3 लाइन्स. बहुत ही छोटा सिलेबस है. हार्डली इट विल टेक 20 to 25 मॉड्यूल्स. वंस यू फिनिश दिस you will feel like you are perfect in this subject, and damn sure you are going to score out and out in your gate examination, and in ESE you are going to write with more than 90% accuracy. ये मुझ पे छोड़ देना, ठीक है. We're coming to the importance of this subject. In ESE, obviously you know every year the weightage fluctuates. Sometimes 13 questions can come, but sometimes hardly like 5 questions comes. On average you can say 10 questions will come from steel structures, so you will be getting like 20 marks. When it comes to gate का तो दूसरा ही लॉजिक है. You get a constant 5 marks from this subject. Most of the years if you see, you will be getting like 5 marks from steel structures. In some cases it will go up to 7 marks. Like every 3 years or so वो 5 marks से 7 marks कर देते हैं this steel structures. Out of this 5 marks in gate, right, let us go back to our topics. Out of this 5 marks, 2 marks कंपल्सरी कम फ्रॉम प्लास्टिक एनालिसिस. ये जो प्लास्टिक एनालिसिस चैप्टर है इसमें से 2 marks कंपल्सरी आते हैं. रिमेनिंग 2 marks देर इज अ वेरी हाई चांस ऑफ कमिंग फ्रॉम कनेक्शंस, एंड रिमेनिंग ऑल टॉपिक्स में से सिर्फ एक ही मार्क आता है. सो दिस इज हाउ इट गोस. So in some cases when 7 marks is there, right, there is a chance that 4 marks can come from this plastic analysis alone. So remember, if you are preparing for gate, your main target is plastic analysis. अगर आपको स्टील से तकलीफ है, यू डोंट वांट टू फिनिश दिस स्टील स्ट्रक्चर्स, यू आर एक्सट्रीमली स्केर्ड ऑफ दिस, मैं बोलूँगा कि आप प्लीज़ प्लास्टिक एनालिसिस तो पढ़ लेना, बिकॉज almost 50% of your marks come from that chapter alone, and that chapter has nothing to do with code book. आपको कुछ याद रखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. It is a very 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 simple topic. Just watch my modules, you will be scoring out and out in that subject. I hope you got the clarity, right? So now let us see what actually is the steel structure. ये क्यों हमें पढ़ाया जाता है. See, the steel is a relatively new concept. We have construction from ages. जब से लोग civilization शुरू किया है, right, people when they decided they can settle down and form civilizations like Indus Valley civilization, Egyptian civilization, Mesopotamian civilization, उसी टाइम से construction शुरू हो चुका था. They used to construct with whatever they have, like timber मिल गया तो timber, bamboo मिल गया तो bamboo, stones मिल गया तो stones. So they used to construct using whatever material they have. Over the time there came the development, and finally in 20th century, याद रखना 20th century invention ही है ये steel. Okay, the process of manufacturing steel itself was invented somewhere around like, if I am not wrong, 1860s. Okay, Bisner process जो भी बनता है to manufacture this steel, it came around 1860s only. Large scale production of steel started after 1900s only. Always remember 1900 से के बाद ही स्टील का यूसेज बढ़ा है. And during the World War time, World War II to be precise, the steel structure important drastically increased. We started constructing the bridges with steel structures and everything after this 1930s. But in the early stage, we saw a lot of failures of this steel structure. बहुत बहुत ही frequently fail होते थे. You construct a bridge, 3 साल में गिर जाता था, 4 साल में गिर जाता था. Why this used to happen? See, the property of steel was very good. The main property of steel is it has high load carrying capacity even if the dimensions are less. Okay, per unit weight to be precise. How can you define? It has high load carrying capacity per unit weight of steel. अगर आप एक छोटा पीस लेते हो स्टील का, it can take lot of load, kgs or tons of load. So obviously it was very strong, but what you are seeing, the structures, they are collapsing like cards. What happened? The problem came with the connections. Okay, problem कहाँ पे आ रहा था? Connections में आ रहा था. Second chapter. That's why even today you have to be perfect in connections more than the steel structure itself. Whenever you are connecting this steel structure, अगर आप bridge बना रहे हो, let us take just this your steel beam number 1, this is number 2, number 3 and so on. Okay, so the connections you have to properly give. अगर एक कनेक्शन ब्रिटिल है, सी वन ऑफ द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ स्टील इज इट इज डक्टाइल, राइट? डक्टाइल यानी इफ यू आर अप्लाइंग लॉट ऑफ लोड देन इट विल गिव यू एनफ टाइम, एनफ डिफॉर्मेशन देता है, बोलता है कि ये स्ट्रक्चर गिरने वाला है, ठीक है? बट if your this whatever connections are there, if they are brittle, what will happen? Without giving any prior notification, suddenly your structure will collapse, and this used to happen. Okay, so when you don't know how to decide how many bolts you require and how to weld, then obviously your structure used to collapse. समझ में आ गया? स्टील इज अ वेरी गुड थिंग, बट कनेक्शंस ऑल्सो प्ले अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. सो द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ कनेक्शन शुड ऑलवेज बी ग्रेटर देन द मेंबर इटसेल्फ. याद रखना, ये वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट है, ठीक है? सो ऑलवेज योर कनेक्शंस शुड बी परफेक्ट. ओके, अगर कनेक्शंस आपके स्ट्रांग है तो स्ट्रक्चर भी स्ट्रांग रहेगा. सो जस्ट इमेजिन यू आर स्टैंडिंग इन अ रेलवे स्टेशन. इन रेलवे स्टेशन यू विल बी सीइंग लॉट ऑफ स्टील स्ट्रक्चर्स, राइट? सो लेट अस से देयर इज सम ट्रस एंड यहाँ पे आपने यूज किया था some welded connection, ठीक है? So whenever you are actually welding, right, in that part you will be having some brittleness, कुछ brittleness आएगा. We will study this in detail. So what happened is all of the sudden this collapse. So what will happen? The people whoever are standing beneath it, it will directly fall on their heads. It will directly fall on their heads and it will be creating a mishap. And this happened so many times even in India. बहुत frequently होता भी है, ठीक है? So we have to be very carefully design the connections, whether it is a weld, whether it is bolts or rivets, we have to design it properly. Rivets का तो ज़माना चल गया है. Now we'll be studying this bolts and welding connections in detail. So that's all about it. Now let us see some basic introduction and I will stop this module. Okay, and one more thing, what all you have to study? See, IS 800 पढ़ना काफ़ी important है. You need not worry like your college. Okay, in college you should have to draw a steel structure on a big drawing sheet, right? Like that nothing will be there. Everything will be from the code book. You have to remember few formulae. That formulae I will teach you. You need not worry. वही formula आपको पढ़ना है, उसी से एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आएगा, उसी को सॉल्व करना है and you will be getting your marks. Okay, and theory part related to IS 800, you need not waste time reading all the code book. What I have done is the first chapter, the introduction, whatever I have given, right? I have made a summary of all IS 800. ठीक है, most of the important things what has a chance of getting repeated and what should be known to an engineer, I have already made a note here. ठीक है, for first 20 pages, 25 pages, if you have some SSC exam or theory related state PSC exam, बस a introduction chapter पढ़ लेना, more than 30 to 40% of questions you will be easily answer without reading anything else. बस जाते टाइम देख के चले जाना, the values, the numbers, वही एग्जाम में आएगा. ओके, सो आई एम दैट डैम श्योर, यू नीड नॉट वरी अबाउट दैट. So everything will be taken care of. Even the soft copy I will be giving you of IS 800 2000, and in that there will be some highlighted text. Read that highlighted text, okay, so that it will give you a extra confidence. बस इतनी सी बात है. And I am going to give you a plastic analysis soft copy also, because plastic analysis has a lot of numericals, so I would be solving it in real time. It won't be like our regular class notes in which it will be pre-written, okay, and I will just explain. Okay, there it has a lot of numericals, so what I have decided is I will be writing it simultaneously so that you can give a lot of time and understand it in a better way. But to be on a safe side, what I have done is, I know there will be some people who are really lazy, so I have already provided you the short notes of plastic analysis in the same material. If you like scroll 150 odd pages at the end of this book, मैंने 10 या 15 पेज वाला एक शॉर्ट नोट दिया है only related to plastic analysis, so that no one would be losing their marks in gate examination. Okay, समझ में आ गया ना what you have to study? So now let us start with basic introduction of steel. See, previously we used to have cast iron structures, ठीक है? Previously we used to have cast iron structures. First of all, what is iron? Iron is an element, right? We have element in nature, Fe, but The good thing or bad thing about it is it will never be in its natural state. Okay, it has good oxidizing power, हमेशा ऑक्सीजन से रिएक्ट कर लेता है, एंड यू विल बी हैविंग ऑक्साइड्स ऑफ आयरन. ठीक है, विल बी ऑलवेज हैविंग ऑक्साइड्स ऑफ आयरन, और वी कैन कॉल सम मेटल्स. ओके, सो व्हाट इज स्टील? स्टील होता है alloy of iron. Okay, it is just alloy of iron. We can add some metals or non-metals to these ferric compounds to get my steel. ओके, ऑलरेडी मैंने बिल्डिंग मटेरियल्स में पढ़ा दिया है. एक बार बिल्डिंग मटेरियल वाला नोट्स घुमाना, वहाँ पे स्टील चैप्टर में मैंने डिटेल से ये सारी चीज़ें समझा दिए हैं. हाउ टू मैन्युफैक्चर स्टील एंड व्हाट आर द वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ स्टील्स वी हैव, एवरीथिंग इज गिवन इन दैट, बट we don't have anything to do with that. Okay, we will be studying only that steel which has been prescribed in IES 800 2007, and you don't need any prior knowledge. But if you are interested, you can go back to that topic and read it once to know how you can manufacture this steel. I hope it is very clear for you. So steel is a alloy of iron. We add some metals or non-metals to these ferric compounds, and finally we will be getting our steel. For example, आप carbon भी add करते हो, so more the carbon content, brittle your steel will be. Okay, brittle your steel will be. So if carbon content is little bit less, you will be having this more ductile properties. But अगर कार्बन कंटेंट है तो हार्डनेस भी बढ़ता है. इट इज अ गुड थिंग, हार्डनेस बढ़ना अच्छी बात है, स्ट्रेंथ बढ़ता है. बट व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, इट इज ऑल्सो मेकिंग माई स्टील ब्रिटिल. दैट्स वाई it should be in prescribed limits only. Okay, so that's about steel. So why are we using steel? We don't have any alternatives or what? So let us see. First of all, steel has very high strength to unit weight ratio. Just like I have explained above, it can carry lot of loads. Even if it has a small dimension, it can carry lot and lot of loads on it. That's why it is preferred. So आप पूछ सकते हो कि सर, does it has the highest strength? Are there other material which have more strength than that? Yes, we have lot of materials which can give even more strength per unit weight ratio than that of steel. For example, aluminium. We always compare aluminium and steel. Steel का काफी नियर बाय मटेरियल होता है aluminium, because we also frequently use aluminium in our houses, right? So let us compare what is better and what is not. See, aluminum clearly has higher strength to unit weight ratio compared to that of steel. So if you have two bodies, one aluminium and दूसरा steel, same dimensions, this aluminium can take more load compared to that of steel. Okay, for the same unit weight, aluminium can take more load. But what are the disadvantages of aluminium? It is costly. It is costly. If something is costly, obviously the usage of it automatically decreases. You cannot go for large scale construction using aluminum, right? So that is a very big disadvantage. It is costly. It has more deformations. If I have two frames, एक है steel वाला, दूसरा है aluminum वाला, ठीक है? So when the load is acting, aluminum will give more deflection compared to that of steel. So if something is giving more deflection, obviously you will not go for that. It might be safe, but आप ही देखना, if I am giving you two options to stay in, option 1 and option 2, obviously whenever you see some structure bending too much like this, it won't be giving you a safety feel. आपको यही लगेगा कि it might collapse today or tomorrow. So no one will be willing to stay in those type of structures which has more deformation. I hope you got it. Next, the thermal coefficient of expansion is high for aluminium. So aluminium will expand more compared to that of steel. So obviously it is one more headache for us. So thermal stresses ज़्यादा develop होने के chances है in aluminium. That's why obviously we will be preferring steel over aluminium. I hope it is very clear. There are some good points of aluminium also. For example, it requires less maintenance. आपको इतना मेंटेनेंस का खर्चा नहीं आएगा. बट स्टील वी हैव टू मेंटेन इट प्रॉपरली. व्हाई? बिकॉज देयर इज अ चांस ऑफ कोरोशन. कोरोशन हो सकता है, इसीलिए ऑलवेज स्टील शुड बी प्रॉपरली टेकन केयर ऑफ. स्टील हैज अ वेरी गुड लाइफ. स्टील का लाइफ काफी अच्छा है, बट if corrosion starts, then obviously its life decreases. I hope you are getting the point, right? That's why maintenance is very important, and it will cost you more to maintain steel, but it has all other advantages compared to that of aluminum, right? That's why obviously we are going for steel structures. And there is one more very frequently asked question in small examination: what is ES value, Young's modulus of steel? So that is 200 GPa, and that of aluminum is 70 GPa. A question can come: what is the ratio of ES by EAL? So answer is around, you can see around roughly around 3. Okay, So roughly around 2 point something to 3. So that you have to trick. Okay, so far clear, right? Everything is done. Now let us see what are the advantages of steel. What are the other advantages of steel, which I have already discussed. Let us read it once. Ductile. So obviously my steel is ductile. If you have something ductile, right, if it is failing, it won't be failing all of the sudden. वो क्या करेगा? It will give you enough warning कि मैं अब गिरने वाला हूँ, प्लीज ये एरिया खाली कर देना, वेकेट कर देना. So it gives us the ample warning. It is not brittle failure that all of the sudden it breaks and falls on your head. Okay, so it will give you ample warning, and only after that it is going to collapse. So it has very good life, it has very long life, only if it is maintained well. Okay, अगर आप ऐसे ही छोड़ते हो atmosphere के लिए, you are allowing it to like come in contact with water and humid atmosphere, so obviously it will be getting corroded. Okay, so you have to take proper care of it. And resale value of steel is very high. अरे यार ये तो सब जानते हैं. So at the end of the life of steel, you won't be just throwing it in dump yard. You can sell it and get a very good amount of money back to you, right? So it has very good resale value, and retrofitting in steel is very easy. For example, let us say you have some structure. Let us say you have some structure like this, and it is designed for like 100 tons of load, 100 tons of load. Okay, so now you have to increase the load. Okay, now you have done the calculations and found out it should be actually designed for 150 tons. आप इसका thickness बढ़ा सकते हो, right? What you can do, you can easily retrofit it, you can attach more components and increase the strength of it. Okay, you can repair easily our steel, and also you can increase the strength by adding components to our steel. I hope you get it right. Very easy है add करना. It is not like RCC wala. It is very easy to add. I hope you get it. And very important thing is it can be easily transported to various places. Okay, comparatively lightweight ka banta hai steel, that's why it is also relatively easy to transport to various places. But we have some disadvantages also. What are they? The main disadvantage is corrosion. हमेशा याद रखना, स्टील का सबसे बड़ा दुश्मन कौन सा है? corrosion है. And obviously it depends on exposure condition, especially in coastal regions. There is a very high chance of your steel structures getting corroded very often. So a same steel structure, let us take a railway station है, so near coastal area and somewhere in center of India. So same structure है, but the life of the structure, whatever it is in the center of India where you don't have this coastal area, right? So it will be very much high compared to the same structure which is in coastal area. क्यों? कोरोशन जल्दी होता है इन द कोस्ट एरियाज, राइट? सो ह्यूमिड एटमॉस्फेयर रहता है एंड सैल्टी वेदर रहता है, सो ऑब्वियसली कोरोशन चांसेस आर वेरी हाई. And steel is prone to fire. What does this mean? Let us try to understand. Whenever you are increasing the temperature of steel, steel starts to lose its strength. Okay, you might be constructing steel structures. अगर fire accident होता है, what happens is our steel starts to lose its capacity, and as it is losing its strength, मेरा जो भी structure है वो collapse हो जाएगा. I hope you are getting it right. Same thing happened in that World Trade Center wala also, right? See, even today the mystery remains. So flight goes and hits the building, and the people raise so many questions कि building कैसे गिर गया? Building तो गिरना ही नहीं चाहिए ना. So it went and hit. How can a building collapse? The same thing, the fuel whatever was there in the flight, it ignited the heat, and because of this the steel columns which were there, they lost its strength. Okay, वो तो थोड़ा, it won't melt, but you can relate, right? Whenever you are heating steel, so it will be converting into the reddish color, and it will be trying to like bend easily, right? You might be aware of it. So the same thing happened and the entire building collapsed. You can relate it now, right? I hope you got it. So steel is prone to fire. As you are increasing the temperature, steel का strength बहुत कम जाता है, and chances are that the building will collapse. Okay, and fatigue. See, because of the fatigue also steel loses its strength. What is this fatigue? See, cyclic loading. If the loading is, you are adding the loading and removing the loading. Okay, just like live load. Okay, so if it is continuously applied and removed, in these cases what will happen? It will be losing its strength, just like all the objects. Not only steel, बहुत सारे object lose करते हैं, उसमें steel भी lose करता है. Due to cyclic loading or reversal of stresses, there will be some decrease in stress. Now a very important table whichever I am going to give you for small examinations. One mark question सीधा पूछ सकता है, what is E value of steel? 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. What is Poisson's ratio? It is 0.3 in elastic range and 0.5 in plastic range. What is elastic range and plastic range? I will teach you in tomorrow's module. Your shear modulus G value कितना है? 0.77 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. And what is density of steel? 7850 kg per meter cube. And coefficient of thermal expansion, it is 12 into 10 to the power of minus 6 per degree centigrade. At this point, I am going to stop this topic of introduction. In the next module, I am going to continue with plastic analysis. ये जो introduction है, it will be running simultaneously side by side. But I want to start plastic analysis in the next module itself because it is the most important chapter of entire steel structures. Have a nice day. I hope you have enjoyed the module, right? अगर आपको पसंद आया तो नीचे like कर देना. See you in the next module.